OG Anunoby, you are a New York Knick for the next 4 seasons and maybe 5. Anunoby puts pen to paper hours before the 2024 NBA draft gets tipped off to return to the Knicks on a 5-year deal worth up to $212 million. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We're going to break down this OG Anunoby extension, or new contract is probably the better term to label that. I'll give you my thoughts on that. What does this mean for Isaiah Hartenstein? And Bobby Marks has somewhat hinted at another major move coming tonight for the Knicks. But let's start off with Woj, CAA's insider. OG Anunoby intends to sign a 5-year, $212.5 million contract to return to the Knicks. The deal will include a player option and a trade kicker. So it's essentially a 4-year deal, 212. I'll just do this. 212.5 minus 48.4. It's a 4-year, $164 million deal. Year 1, Anunoby will make $36.6 million. Year 2, $39.6 million, then up to $42.5, $45.5, and that last year is a player option of $48.4 million. This contract will run as Anunoby turns 27 years old in July 17th. So he'll be 27, 28, 29, 30. He's clearly opting out when he's 30 years old at year 4 to secure himself one more major deal in the NBA. Might say, Marshall, that's a lot of money. You know what? There was a lot of W's that were stacked for the New York Knicks when Anunoby joined this ball club. When OG Anunoby was on the floor in the regular season and he had New York across his chest, they were 20-3. When OG played with Jalen Brunson, they were 19-2. And when OG, Jalen Brunson, and Julius Randle were on the floor, they were 11-1. In the month of January, the New York Knicks were the best basketball team in the NBA. In these 11 wins, the New York Knicks won on an average by 18 points per game. They were a dominant team, and they beat some really good teams. They mopped the Philadelphia 76ers. They dominated the Minnesota Timberwolves. They blew out the Denver Nuggets. They were the best team in the NBA. Small sample size, but now you add Mikal Bridges into the fold with Anunoby and Mikal on the wings. You're gearing up to beat the Boston Celtics. And you got a wing duo that puts you in a spot where you're going to be able to compete with anybody. Brunson, Bridges, OG, Randle, Hart, DiVincenzo. We'll find out what happens with Robinson, Hartenstein, and a couple more players coming up. But if you are pumped up that OG Anunoby is back with the New York Knicks, as there was a lot of chatter about what was going to happen there, give me an 8 in the comment section and hit that thumbs up icon. Give me an 8 in the comments and hit that thumbs up icon. We're going to talk more about Anunoby, what the Knicks are going to do, and future salary cap implications. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, Chubbies. Go to chubbyshorts.com/chat. Use that promo code chat, and Chubbies will hook you up with 20% off your order. Summer is here, and our friends at Chubbies are bringing the good vibrations. Chubbies is a lifestyle apparel brand that makes every moment feel like a vacation. They say fashion is an expression of one's character, so why not let the world know you're down for a good time? For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our exclusive code CHAT. Use code CHAT at chubbyshorts.com/chat. Chubbies offers a variety of high-quality men's apparel, from super stretchy shorts and swim trunks in 3 short inseam lengths to pants, polos, and button-down shirts for when you need to hit up your favorite weekend spot. Embrace the spirit of endless summers with Chubbies, the ultimate destination for bold, vibrant, and outrageously comfortable clothing. I'm someone that is always super particular about the way their shirts and shorts feel. I never found one that necessarily fit the way I wanted it to fit. That was until I was introduced to Chubbies. Now I rock their gear all the time. Love the way it fits. Love the way it makes me feel and look. Look good, feel good, play good. Do it with Chubbies. chubbyshorts.com/chat. That's chubbyshorts.com/chat. Use that promo code chat, and they're going to hook you up with 20% off your purchase. Something that I think that is kind of being under-discussed when it comes to OG Anunoby is the fact that he's only going to get better. Like, I know the numbers don't look like they got better when he went from Toronto to the New York Knicks, But I think in the playoffs is when we saw Anunoby take a step as a scorer. I go back to that game against the Indiana Pacers where Brunson went down in the first half, ended up returning. Anunoby carried the offense. He was able to get to the stripe. He was able to get to the mid-range, had that little step back. We saw him throw it down over Joel Embiid. Anunoby's offensive game is only going to continue to grow and grow. And I think when you pair him alongside Bridges with Brunson and Randle, there's just going to be too much firepower to where he's going to get easy opportunities. I'm pumped up, man. OG Anunoby is a New York Knick, and so is Mikal Bridges alongside Jalen Brunson. What a time, man. In Leon, we trust. In Leon, we trust. Look, you're getting maybe the best defender in the NBA on the perimeter, a guy that can go toe-to-toe with Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter, and he shoots 39% from downtown. Am I worried a little bit about the injuries? Yeah, but you know what? Scared money don't make money. You got to play. You got to pay to play. And you actually have OG Anunoby insurance now as well. Like, Anunoby goes down, you throw Hart in the starting lineup, and you still got Bridges, who hasn't missed a game since high school. So, do I love the fact that he's been injured throughout his career? No, obviously that's not great. But, man, like, you got some people behind him that can actually help out. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you're watching this, come join us live on the channel as we are live breaking down the NBA draft and everything New York Knicks. The Knicks do own the 24th, 25th, and 38th pick in the NBA draft tonight because of the trade with the reported parameters of the deal. The Knicks are technically hard capped by that first apron. There are multiple ways they can avoid that, but Bobby Marks has somewhat hinted that another deal could be coming. He says, I would anticipate New York being a second apron team. Well, there's no way for them to be a second apron team because they're hard capped right now, which, connect the dots, sounds like another move could be coming. I would keep my eyes on Mitchell Robinson. John Schmelik says if they can avoid getting hard capped at the first apron and iHeart decides he wants to return for what the Knicks can offer, I know both those are big questions right now. They can still avoid the second apron barely. So there is a way. There is a way. You could make this a trade, sign a trade with Achiuwa, sign a trade with Burks, trade becomes official on July 6th. You could pay OG this, pay Hartenstein what he wants, and still not be a second apron team. A lot more moves are going to be coming tonight. Make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications on. Grade the re-signing of Anunoby before we bounce on out of here. A, B, C, D, or F? For me, it's an A. You couldn't have overpaid for him because I'd rather have him and pay too much money than not have him at all. Easy A. Give me your thoughts in the comments. And make sure you are following me on social media. You can hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up on Instagram. @MarshallGreen_ is the handle on both. It's a great time to be a fan of the New York Knicks, man. In Leon, the Don, we trust.